Welcome back to Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo and today is Friday, January 5th, 2018. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. I don't know a single sports fan who doesn't love a good Cinderella story. And last year, hands down, the best Cinderella story in bodybuilding came from 5th place 212 Olympia finisher Derek Lunsford. After wrapping up his magical rookie campaign, we hadn't heard too much from Lunsford over the last few months, until earlier this week when he unexpectedly dropped some new video from one of his more recent chest training workouts. By all accounts, Lunsford and his team are feeling good about where they stand heading into the season, and I guess it's hard not to after you've had the sort of 12 months that they had. But if he really wants to cement himself as one of the best in the division, he'll have to avoid the sophomore slump and do it again this year to prove that he's not going to be just another one-hit wonder. Contrary to popular belief, Derek Lunsford wasn't the only athlete out there having a Cinderella season last year. The men's physique division also had a little Cinderella story of their own in former Junior USA champ turned 2017 Olympian Thomas Bakke. After wrapping up a wild 8-month stretch that saw him go from a relatively unknown amateur to being an IFBB Pro winner and first-time Olympian, Bakke is heading into the new season looking to prove that he's ready to step up to the next level. The latest updates coming from Bakke and his team show what looks to be a few pounds of quality stage muscle, which will definitely serve him well as he tries to hang in there and bang with the big boys of the division. Men's physique is so deep right now that it literally feels like anyone could win some of these shows on any given night. And it just so happens that Bakke and his team think that he's ready to step up to the plate and be that guy. I've heard people say that the classic physique lineup at the Arnold Classic is anyone's for the taking right now. But I'm going to go out on a limb and guess that reigning Olympia champ Breon Ansley doesn't exactly feel the same way. Knee-deep in the midst of his first official prep for the new season, Ansley and his team are heading into the house that Arnold built looking like they haven't missed a beat, despite the fact that he didn't really have much of an offseason to speak of. To his credit, since he's made the jump over to Classic, Ansley has never showed up looking anything less than spectacular. So if he can repeat or even beat his Olympia form, I have a hard time believing that he won't be the last man standing when all is said and done. In the brief history of the bikini division, there have been very few athletes who've been able to say that they were crowned Arnold Classic and Olympia champ in the same season. So that should give you some idea of just how special of a talent reigning Arnold and Olympia champ Angelica Teixeira really is. After keeping a relatively low profile following her historic win back at the Olympia, this week Teixeira started to kick in the hype machine back into high gear again as she prepares to come back and defend her Arnold Classic title just a shade over 9 weeks from now. I don't care how you want to spin it or who else is going to be up there in that lineup. Right now, Angelica Teixeira is the most dangerous woman in the business when she's at the top of her game. And as we start to head down the home stretch of her prep, I think we're only going to see things get more intense now that she's finally rolling. We've got a lot of unknown commodities heading into the men's open at the Arnold Classic, but at this very moment, it's the unknown commodity in 2017 Arnold amateur winner Poloczek, who has me very interested. Last week, Poloczek and his team began to trickle out a few new update photos showing off the fruits of their hard labor over these last 8 weeks and change. Recent history from athletes like Cody Montgomery and Luke Sando tell us that Poloczek has a shot to come in and have an immediate impact, despite the fact that he'll be sharing the stage with some of the sport's living legends. But as long as he doesn't get starstruck and sticks hard to his game plan, I don't see any reason why he can't bring a physique worthy of turning a few heads. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Have a great weekend.